we're going to go ahead and move on about this because this is something that I think has hit the gaming world by storm. I will rant, I will rant, and I will rant. You know why? Because I'm going to do this for all those who do not speak on behalf of everything. I like to think of things in a both sides perspective. I don't always like to be on one side. I like to be on both sides because I want a full picture. And I believe anybody who thinks of things on one side, you're only seeing one side of the picture. Give you guys an example even before I go on. This is a personal example with me. Okay? You guys are going to get some inside exclusive information about me. You ain't going to like it, or you might love it. It's one of those things. You just got to deal with it. But, so with this, before I go into anything I'm about to say, I just want to make sure everybody knows that I am not in support of just cutting off abortions altogether. But, hold up. I also don't agree with you getting pregnant 20 times and swallowing Plan Bs and opening up and say, Doc, here's another one. You got to be held to some responsibility. And we cannot lay the responsibility off of human beings to say, hey, human beings are going to make mistakes, so just let them make them. No, try to stop human beings because they all, as a mix, as a herd community, can be dull. Okay? So I fall on both sides of the argument. Okay? I fall on both sides. That's me. That's why I'm not a Democrat or a Republican in this country. I would consider myself more of an independent because I think what I believe in and my morals and my values are mine. And I do not have to have all the morals and values of everyone else. Now, if I want the support of those individuals, I might got to support you in some shit. See, that's the way it works. We support each other. That's how we go. We shout at each other. We holler at each other. We jump in. We did. That's how we do. Okay? So in certain instances, politically, I understand you have to support it because you're going to need the support of those others. That I get. I get that. But me, myself, in this situation, I don't stand on any side. So I'm going to put myself right now, okay, in the shoes of someone who owns a business right now with, let's say, over 2,000 employees that are in the United States of America that are in a state that has banned abortions. Because believe it or not, I think Texas was one of the states immediately when the decision came, they said, bam! Woo! As soon as it was like, okay, we're going to sign it. And it came, and everybody signed. It came back 6-3. Texas had the paper ready. Bam! Woo! Yeah, we stopped them. We got it. That's how it was. So it's crucial because, first of all, as men, we don't hold the babies. I don't know how it feels to be pregnant. I can tell you how it feels to get someone, but that's another story. Okay? But I can't tell you how it feels to have a baby in me. I can't tell you the connection. I can tell you the connection without having a baby in me and just having son or a daughter, nieces, nephews, or whatever it may be. But I can't sit here and tell you how a connection would feel because, you know, some people believe, hey, that's murder. You're killing it. Even when it's the point of a small dot, you're taking a life. Some people feel like that small dot ain't even nothing. You're eating eggs. Did you say, oh, that bird ain't, you took the life from that chicken? No. Shit, breed humans too, if that's the case. If it's all you're breeding, I mean, you're letting that. But nonetheless, we ain't gonna get into that. A lot of companies are facing pressure from this decision. Reason being, if I put myself in those shoes, I'm an owner right now. I'm having to deal with over 2,000 employees. And let's say 60% of them are women. Let me jump. Let's just say that. Let's add a little spice. Now that may be far-fetched in some jobs. Okay, but in some it's not. You got mostly women. Okay. So let's just say in this hypothetical situation, mostly women, which means I know once this decision was made, I am going to hear something from the employees specifically about this scenario. What do they expect from me? They expect me to be able to provide for them, to help them through the situation that the state cannot help them in, because the state technically has made a decision that they do not agree with, but they're forced to work at a job that is inside of the state. So a lot of people don't know how it works, but I believe the government leaves it up to the employer for the insurance, right? So let's say me, I'm insured. Hey, I'm insured through my employer. So what do I expect through that coverage of insurance, which, by the way, is a shit ton? I'm not playing. If you guys have never paid insurance for a job and you're paying for a family, woo, go out there and pay. And when you see, oh, damn, I got $300 coming out every paycheck just to cover insurance and nobody's getting hurt. Okay, so $600 a month goes, whoop. But if something happens, you got it there as security. So you expect your employer to do more. And I know what a lot of people are saying in this case. Well, hey, you got some people saying, well, just move. But it ain't that simple. Moving involves a lot, to be honest. I moved a lot of times. It's not that simple. Inflation right now is up. Okay, so imagine you trying to pay for a move right now with your current salary that you're making, that you're using to pay your bills right now. You now got to pay that, but also pay to go somewhere else. Everybody's not good at saving. Everybody don't have rainy day funds. Everybody don't have credit cards they can throw something on. Everybody don't have this. So this is major, and employers have to deal with it. Me, myself, I am transparent. Okay, I let people know how I feel on something. I can understand both sides of a scenario, and I always believe there can be a compromise. I got that USA shit embedded in my head with compromise. I don't know. That's all I think. Everything can be settled with compromise. Occasionally, a gun might be a compromise, but that's not something I said. Excuse me. But compromise. So there's something on both sides. So if I am the owner, the first thing I'm going to do is put out a statement to all my employers to let them know we've heard and seen everything that goes on, and we've seen a decision that has been made, and we want to make sure employees feel safe to know that any problems that you think this may cause you, we are willing to assist you with in any ways that we can. Okay? That we can. We may not be able to do it in certain ways, but any way that we can help, we will. So you got some companies, right? Now that's me coming out there. And guess what I'm going to get? When I come out with that decision, guess what I'm going to get? I'm going to make sure I don't want to miss them here. Let me go ahead and pull up. Okay. So guess what I'm going to get? I'm going to get, well, that's not enough. I wanted to hear more. You gave a statement, but you haven't put anything towards funds. You haven't made changes to the company to allow someone like me to be able to feel safer. Those are things that I will have to face based on the way that I jumped into this. But guess what? I won't face a lot of heat. You know why I wouldn't face a lot of heat? Because I came forward and said, I understand you're going through something and I will help in any way that I can. I'm not telling that employees that totally agree with the Roe v. Wade decision and are, let's say you in the state of Texas and you happy with the decision, I'm not telling you that I'm going to give special treatment to a bunch of employees. That's not what I'm saying. but I'm clearly stating anything that can be devastating, that could hurt my employee, to not make them work as efficiently as they've been working. It's up to me to understand what's going on. And some of that is on the employee as well. But if I can see it and I could do something about it, why not? And I could help other employees along the way. So I wouldn't face heat. Some companies didn't do that. Some companies are not stepping forward. And some companies have. I want to go ahead and pull up one company specifically, because this company kind of got kudos and then they shot themselves in the foot with this. And that is Bethesda. Bethesda, you know, we go back like Ajax, Flapjacks, Crack Sacks. That's the 80s, guys. Jump sound for the 80s. We go way back. You know, you had the Xbox Bethesda conference you guys did was legendary. I don't think anybody has blown away a game conference like that in the history of conferences. That is me. You nailed it. You killed it. You destroyed it. That's why they were trying not to let y'all come together. That was just too amazing. But I will say this. Bethesda's facing a lot of heat because they're not doing enough. If you're in a state that has abortion laws to where you can't get an abortion, and you are a woman, what do you do? And we got a lot of fellas here. We might not get an answer for that. Let me ask y'all, what do we do? What do we do? And that's the thing. I don't know what we do, but I could at least come up with a compromise. I will say a lot of people have seen this as an attack on human rights directly. Okay, directly, because as a human, you should be able to choose what you want to do with your own body. Can we now? Does that sound logical? Because that does sound logical to me. But I do believe some individuals can abuse things as well. I don't think it's the case right now, to be honest, if you just ask me, but I'm not trying to get all political. I don't think it's the case. But that's going to be the argument that's presented. So, like I said, if you have 20 abortions, state paid for them all. Is that okay? Is there a limit? To me, I'd be a compromise. I say, yo, it's a limit. You know what we're going to do? We give you this abortion, but you got to put down who the dude is or something. We got to get some concrete to know, hey, you being responsible. So next time, I'm going to let you know. If you do this again, that's going to be your last time. We're not going to do more than 2. Okay. Yeah, that might sound, but that's how you got to do stuff, man. I'm from an era where, you know, that's how we had to do stuff, man. They come in the store, you let them know, hey, man, I'll let you come in again, but that's it. Because, you know, it's business. I'll let you come in again, but you do it again. Hey, you're done. All right, I'm going to give you another chance. So I'm going to read this. This one, man. A business that supports abortion or not will gain nothing by saying they support it. You'll piss off some customers and make others happy.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I can dig it. I can totally dig it, because it's true. If you support it or don't, regardless, you shoot yourself in the foot, because you're going to deal with employees who are on both sides of an argument. You don't know how many are on what side. And as soon as you make the statement, things get heavy. Now, there's been multiple Slack conversations I heard within Bethesda. There's been multiple things where all this has leaked over. Okay, people have actually started going at each other. People have, you know, literally stated long rants about why they support something, why they don't support something. But when it comes to the video game realm, that's when it comes to Nick Moses 05 desk. And that's when I got to talk about it. So I'm going to say this for all the video game companies. There have been some who have done some wonderful things. Let's talk about that. Some video game companies have been in support of relocation assistance. That is something that if an employee, as a woman, let's say you feel like, hey, I don't want to have this, right? Or a guy, it could be a guy too. You don't want to be in a situation to where you might be a big time ball player and then cheated on your wife and got somebody pregnant and you like, oh, I got to end this. But guess what? You can't, brother. It's over. She gonna like, hey, it's over. You might as well just give her half the house. Okay, and the wife gonna leave you. So that's the way it would work. So in certain instances, you say, yeah, that's perfect. That would teach these, athletes to stop going around sleeping. But I'm gonna tell you, it won't. Rate of sex will not change. People might be a little more protected, might be safe, or they'll just go to states where they can get it done. It's not far. Okay, it's not hard to travel. Like I travel here, I get it done. You could, and I'm telling y'all, this is going to happen. There is going to be states that are really going to encourage people from other states to come. That's not only that, it's revenue. Okay, it's revenue. They're going to encourage, hey, you're having problems over there, come over to this state. We'll take you. We'll take you just fine. Just come on over. We got enough room. Damn, that's crazy, man. But relocation assistance is a beautiful thing because if these people want to move, they can move and also get assistance with that. How would you, Nick, if you had the choice of relocation assistance, would you give it? I'm going to be honest, y'all. As an owner, if I had 2,000 employees, it'll be tough. It'll be tough, but I'm going to be honest. I probably, damn, that's a tough one, man. And I sound so sick in the head by even debating it. Like, I sound like a pompous jackass right now. Like, why are you debating it? Just give them, help them with relocating. But the reason being is because I have had a lot of people in my life, not recent, but in my younger years, disappoint. And I don't got a lot of faith in a lot of people. I just don't. I don't have faith in a lot of people. So when I don't got faith, I automatically expect disappointment. So it's no surprise for me when I expect this disappointment, and this is what I get. But I want to say in this case, I don't think I would want to. Because I think people would abuse that. I think some people would say, hey, I want to relocate. I don't agree, with this decision. I might want an abortion and I don't agree. So can you help me relocate? Now someone may have wanted to move for years to come. It could have been 10 years. They were waiting for the right moment. They couldn't even save. They couldn't do anything. And guess what happens? They say right now, you know what? I want relocation assistance. Damn, they got me. And I got to pay for it. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's a beautiful tactic, something they have done to help those in need. I am one that, like I said, I'm on both sides of the argument on this. I think video game companies, as Micro Gaming Repair said, are never going to win if you pick a side. This is something where you're public facing and also you have employees. So you always want to let the employees know that are dealing with the issues. You're there for them. But at the same token, it's not like you're saying you're not there for the other employees. And if they take it that way, that's their own insecurities that they're dealing with because you never specifically stated it. So they have something internal that they have in them, okay? Because you haven't said anything directly to them. They got their own internal demons that they're working out. And that's what's happening in that case if they get mad. Because most people are going to hear that and they're going to go, hey, well, I agree with the decision that was made, but at least they're supporting the people who don't agree. I'm fine with that. And there should be no argument in that scenario. Now, I am going to go ahead, and I didn't have much more to say on that. I'm going to move on because I could literally be talking about this all day, but this is not the political channel. I don't do all that political shit. This shit is going to get reposted. By the way, shout out all those who've been watching or listening on the podcast, on Apple, on Spotify. What is it? Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Pod something, Pod. What I got cards here. Hold up.